When did this happen?
8 days ago.
Why didn't the hospital notify the police?
Admitting says he wasn't convinced a crime had been committed. I don't believe him. He also says he wanted her to heal first before asking any tough questions. That may be true.
She's been read her rights?
Twice.
She didn't ask for a lawyer.
She hadn't said anything. She won't talk.
Hi, Jenny. My name's Helen Gamble. I'm the district attorney. I know you're scared. Being brought in by the police, you must be terrified. But I'm not the police, okay? And I think I can help you. But you're gonna have to trust me first.
I just want to leave.
And I will make sure you do. But first, I just want you to tell me what happened, okay? Now, Dr. Matthews said you tried to kill yourself. Is that true? Can you tell me why?
'Cause
I know this stuff is hard to talk about, so tell you what. I'll tell you what I do know, and you can fill in some of the blanks, all right? Your mom threw you out of the house. When did she throw you out, Jenny?
the day before.
The day before you tried to take your life.
Yes.
Did she throw you out because she was angry that you were pregnant?
Yes.
And you were 7 months. Why was she so upset, do you know?
She used to always say, don't go and get knocked up. It was a big thing with her. So when she found out, she kind of went berserk and stuff. Told me my life would be ruined, and I don't know.
What about your dad?
I don't have a dad. My mother doesn't even know who he is or was. I think she got knocked up. I was probably the baby that ruined her life.
You being pregnant, this was sort of a huge disaster, huh? Were you upset when she threw you out of the house?
Yes.
Is that the reason you tried to kill yourself?
Probably. Are you really gonna help me?
You have my word. I saw that after you stabbed yourself, I see you then got yourself to a hospital. Did you then decide you really wanted to live?
Yeah. It was hurting so bad, I just wanted the pain to go away.
Did you really think you would kill yourself by stabbing yourself in the stomach, Jenny?
I don't know.
When I was 19, I got pregnant. I had an abortion. I was way too young for a baby. What are you, 15? Look, it's okay. You need to talk about this. You can't try to bear this alone. Trust me. I tried to keep everything inside, and it caused me more pain than anything else in my whole life. It's okay to talk about it, Jenny. When you stabbed yourself, you were only trying to kill the baby, weren't you? It's okay, Jenny. You're only 15 years old. For you to try to raise a child, your mom had thrown you out of the house. You were only trying to kill the baby, isn't that right? You thought if you could make the baby go away, things would be better. It's okay, sweetheart. I'm gonna help you. But first, I'm gonna send someone in to write down the things we talked about. Then I'm gonna help you get out. I promise. Get her statement.
First trial of its kind where a woman is actually being charged with fornicating her husband to death. Jesus, on every channel.
He's now accused of inducing his heart attack with sexual intercourse.
The defense firm of Donald Young, Dole, and Frutt
Hey,
is...
I gotta run down to the courthouse. Favor for Helen, some homicide case.
Helen's asking a favor on a homicide case?
Miss Hansen
I'll call you when I know more.
seemed to bother some men, however. In one of the more amusing polls, 33% of the men said they would nevertheless still want to have sex with the Black Widow, fully knowing she might then try to kill them.
I would.
Ew.
32622, Commonwealth versus Jennifer Holbrook, murder in the first degree.
Eleanor Frutt for the defendant. Waive reading. We enter a plea of not guilty.
Helen Gamble for the Commonwealth. Your Honor, I'd like to conference. I think we can dispose of it today.
A first-degree murder case?
I'd like to conference.
Let's go.
Jenny, I'm Eleanor Frutt, and I'm your attorney here. And right now, I'm going to go back there and I'm going to talk to the judge and the district attorney, and then I'm going to come back and talk to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, it's very important that you don't talk to anybody about this. Nobody. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Mrs. Hanson, how do you feel about being labeled the Black Widow?
Let us through.
What about the case of your other husband? Are you worried about being judged on your appearance and not the merits of this case?
It's a prior bad act, inadmissible under...
It goes to pattern, Your Honor. She killed her last husband, she killed this one.
She killed neither, and two cannot make a pattern anyway.
She could have killed her first husband as well. That would make three.
Her first husband died of cancer. What are you saying?
She's clever.
Settle down. I'll remove you all if I have to.
Your Honor, my client was never charged with the murder of her previous
she was
husband,
and
to
still
allow the
is
prosecution
suspected.
to argue this.
3 marriages, 3 dead husbands. That's a pattern.
I'm going to allow it.
Appealed.
So noted. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Is the Commonwealth ready for trial?
Ready, Your Honor?
Mr. Donald?
Ready.
2 o'clock. Till then.
I'm not sure that was the old college trial.
Just preserving the objection for appeal. The truth is, I want them to introduce this stuff.
Why?
Because it's been in the papers for months. There's no way those jurors haven't heard of it. We'll need to address it, Courtney. They're not calling you the Black Widow because you like bugs.
She was thrown out of the house by her mother. She's never had a father. She's 15 years old. I just like to do this quietly before it becomes front page of the Metro section, which it would be.
What's your offer?
I'll give involuntary manslaughter 3 years. That way she's out when she's 18 instead of 21. She might have a shot at a life.
Well, I need to look at her file. I'll talk it over with her, but that sounds great.
Miss Gamble said she'd help me.
She is, Jenny. Trust me. Involuntary manslaughter is a very good offer, considering this happened in your 3rd trimester. You could be out by the time you're 18. And even if we went to trial and won on diminished capacity, you're still looking at as much time.
So I should plead guilty?
Well, first, I want you to undergo a psychiatric exam. Then I'd like to review your statement and the police report a little more, but... yes, it's an excellent deal, and I think we should jump at it. Has your mom come to see you yet?
I don't think she even knows. Could you tell her?
Sure. I'm gonna get Lucy Hatcher, my assistant, to come in and talk to you. We're gonna need to get you some new clothes for court. Okay? All right. I'm gonna be in touch.
And were you able to determine the cause of death, Doctor?
Acute cardiac arrest.
You did toxicology tests.
We did.
Anything remarkable in those tests?
We found traces of the drug commonly known as Viagra.
I never, ever prescribed Viagra for Jerry.
Did you ever talk about Viagra with him?
Yes, we did. And I told him in no uncertain terms, taking that drug would be a death sentence.
Why is that, Doctor?
Jerry had a weak heart. He'd gone through 2 separate bypass operations. The very last thing he should have been taking is a pill to facilitate sexual marathons.
The reason you had talked about Viagra with Jerry Hansen is because he wanted it.
Isn't that right, doctor?
I wouldn't prescribe it.
But he wanted it.
He wanted to be able to perform better with his wife, yes.
He wanted it.
Yes, but
Thank you. In addition to being Jerry Hansen's doctor, were you also his friend?
Yes, I was.
His death was very upsetting for you.
Do they teach that in law school? It's upsetting when friends die?
Doctor?
Of course I'm upset.
And if you believe my client was responsible for his death, you want to see her convicted, wouldn't you?
Objection.
Goes to bias.
You've made the point. Move on.
Doctor, you said Jerry wanted to perform better with my client.
Yes.
Sexually perform.
Yes, sexually perform. She wanted him to perform better, and he wanted to perform better. She played these mind games with him, made him feel inadequate.
Well, if he were feeling inadequate, could that be why he wanted the Viagra?
Possibly, but
And if you wouldn't give it to him, you make no room for the possibility that he might go get it someplace else.
Well, why was it ground up and put into wine?
Move to strike.
If he wanted to take
Move
it...
to strike.
She laced the wine and killed him.
Move to strike.
That's enough.
Doctor, did you advise Jerry Hansen to refrain from sexual intercourse altogether?
No. I told him to be very careful and take it slow.
Well, then, why couldn't he take the drug just to help him perform, but carefully and slowly? People with heart conditions do use this drug sometimes. Isn't that right, doctor?
Yes, but I didn't think it was indicated for Jerry.
Why not?
Because knowing Jerry, I was afraid he would try to keep up with her. And add Viagra, his heart might give out before
And knowing Jerry's nature, he wouldn't have the sense to stop. Was that your fear?
Yes.
Thank you, doctor.
Miss Holbrook?
Yeah.
My name is Eleanor Frutt. I'm an attorney.
What do you want?
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
She dead?
Who?
Jenny.
Oh, no. She's not dead. But her baby is, and she has been charged with its death. She's in custody now, and I'm representing her.
What's gonna happen to her?
Well, she may have to go to a juvenile detention center until she's 18. That's what we're hoping for.
3 years? Baby lasts a lot longer than that. She made out good.
Yeah.
We tested the wine. The results indicated there were remnants of Viagra in it.
And what, if any, conclusions did you draw from this, Detective?
That the Viagra had been ground up and put into the wine.
Her previous husband, Mr. Carter, died of an insulin overdose.
Accidental?
There was evidence to support that he was killed by the defendant, who was still married to him at the time.
What evidence?
He was a diabetic. He gave himself insulin injections daily and had been for years without incident. And here we had a massive overdose. It was hard for us to believe that he could have made such a huge mistake. Latent fingerprints on the syringe matched the defendant. She inherited under the will, which gave financial motive.
You never charged Mrs. Hansen with Mr. Carter's death?
No, we were never able to collect enough evidence.
In fact, the truth is, you had no evidence, other than your suspicion. Isn't that right, Detective?
Her prints were on the syringe.
She could have handed him the syringe like she said. Possible.
Possible.
We're missing something.
Why?
Their case is lousy. It's all circumstantial innuendo. Marcia Scott is a smart DA, and she hasn't put anything on the table. We're missing something.
Courtney. Are we?
No. I mean,
What's his son gonna say?
just what we talked about. But he's had an agenda from the beginning. He never even wanted me to marry his father in the first place.
Why?
He was afraid I'd kill him. Because of all the suspicion around my previous husband's death.
Well, they must think he's some kind of witness because they're resting on his testimony. We're missing something.
They could rest by midday tomorrow, so let's go over your testimony.
I go first?
Courtney, you're first and last. You're all we have.
How'd it go?
All right. Did you tell her mother?
Yeah, you know what she said? 3 years, not so bad. A baby lasts longer than 3 years.
Eleanor, Helen told her she could leave.
What do you mean she told her she could leave?
If she told what happened, she could leave. That's what Helen said. She also told Jenny about her own abortion and how she needed to talk about it. I think she was tricked into that confession.
She told you she had an abortion?
Yes.
And what else?
Just how hard it was for her and how she made it worse by keeping it all inside. She said it would be better for me to tell her, and that if I did, she'd make sure I could leave jail.
What else?
She just kept saying how, she understood how I would want to make the baby go away. And how my life... I thought she'd help me. She never said I'd be convicted of murder. She never said that.
My first husband? How is he relevant?
Well, we have to cover the old thing. All your husbands were years older. It's a question the jury will be asking, and I'd like to answer it.
It's not something I really want to get into on the witness stand in front of a room full of reporters.
Well, get into it now, and I'll decide whether it's useful or not.
I began to develop when I was 11. My older brother's friends were copping feels by the time I was 12. When I was 15, college guys were hitting on me. Even now, your colleague, Mr. Berluti, and even you. Have your thoughts?
Me? What have I done?
It's beside the point. The point is, I've been on my guard with men my whole life. The only man I ever felt safe with growing up was my dad. So, I suppose on some level, my attraction to older men is more about I'm being drawn to the safety of, I don't know.
I hope that you don't feel that I've been...
You've been nothing but totally professional. But I know when a man's attracted to me. Sometimes even before he does.
Bobby, you gonna be much longer?
No, we're just about finished.
Eleanor, you didn't tell her?
I don't want to prepare it.
32622, Commonwealth versus Jennifer Holbrook, murder in the first degree.
Your Honor, both parties offer joint recommendation as was discussed in conference. I'm sure Ms. Holbrook...
Actually, Your Honor, defense rescinds its agreement on the plea and instead brings a motion to suppress Ms. Holbrook's confession.
Eleanor.
On what grounds?
My client's statement was a result of coercion. It was also obtained in violation of her Fifth Amendment rights.
What are you talking about?
Miranda, my client didn't understand.
She was read her rights twice.
And then she was basically unread them, Helen.
What?
What's going on here?
Miss Gamble told my client that if she gave a statement, she would get to leave. Basically, Your Honor, where Miranda says anything you say may be used against you, Miss Gamble told her anything you say may be used to help you. Miss Holbrook is 15 years old, still in the throes of a pretty big emotional wallop, and she believed the promises that Miss Gamble made.
Oh, come on.
Have you ever had an abortion? She talked to my client about her very own abortion in order to get Jenny to admit that she killed her unborn child.
The only thing that matters for the purpose of a confession is was the suspect read her rights and did she make the statement voluntarily? She was, she did.
And I contend she was confused in respect to her rights, deliberately confused, and that the statement was not voluntary.
All right. I'd like to see Miss Holbrook in chambers, please.
Excuse me?
Is there a problem with me asking a few questions, counsel?
Nice ambush, Eleanor.
You know, don't talk to me about ambush, Helen. You used me.
I did no such thing.
You figured I'd be less inclined to doubt your motives, and I don't like
My
it.
motive was to help that girl.
And what was it when you went into that room to interrogate her?
To get her statement. Having got a confession, I did have compassion for her. That is why I came to you.
I don't know how in good conscience you can trick a 15-year-old.
Your client is a murderer, Eleanor. You're angry. I understand. But don't appeal to me on conscience.
I was suspicious of her from the very beginning.
Why was that?
My father was in his 70s, frail. He wasn't what anybody would call attractive, nor was he at all charming. And she falls in love with him?
Did your father ever talk to you about his relationship with the defendant?
Sometimes.
Specifically, what did he talk about?
Specifically sex. He said she was insatiable. He once said that...
Objection, hearsay.
Did he ever seem upset when he spoke of sex?
Once he was very excited, yes.
What did he say then?
Objection.
Excited utterance, exception to the hearsay rule.
And he just happened to use that word, excited. This witness has been coached.
I object to that.
All right. Mr. Donald, your objection is overruled. Please sit. The witness may answer the question.
What did your father tell you, Mr. Hanson?
He said she would make love so physically sometimes, it was violent, almost sadistic. He wondered whether she was trying to give him a heart attack.
What else, sir?
He said she'd taunt him during sex. Taunt him to go harder, like some weird psychological punishment.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Did she say, I'm going to put Viagra in his wine and then make love to him till he suffers a coronary? Because that would be good testimony, Mr. Hanson. Maybe you should have her say that.
Objection.
Withdrawn. Did your father feel his life was in danger?
Well, I think a little he did.
Did you take him seriously?
Yes.
Did you notify the police? Talk to my client, express your concern.
No.
So you weren't concerned. You took the danger seriously, but it didn't concern you.
What was I supposed to do? Go to the police and say, hey, I think my stepmother is trying to intercourse my father to death?
If you were concerned, yes. Tell me, Mr. Hanson, if my client is convicted of murder and becomes disqualified from the inheritance, who then takes under the will?
That would be me.
That would be you.
Do you think I'm sitting in this chair today because of money?
That's exactly what I think. I think you're a liar.
Objection.
I think your testimony was false, calculated.
Objection.
Are you lying to get your father's money?
Counsel!
It's just a little too damn convenient for me. I'm sorry. My client is being charged with murder for inducing a heart attack, and you get up here and say, gee, my father told me he was afraid she'd give him a heart attack, when you never said that to anybody before, Mr. Hanson. And you remember to add he was excited when he said it to get around the hearsay rule. Probably at the district attorney's coaching.
Objection!
It's just a little too convenient.
He's badgering.
Damn right I am. I badger liars.
Mr. Young, that's enough.
You said she makes love in a violent way.
That's what he said.
What's violent to a 70-year-old man?
I don't know.
Well, did you ask? Your father says violent. You don't follow that up and say, Dad, what do you mean?
I wish I had.
You said she taunts. She's sadistic. She psychologically punishes him, and you don't even go to her and say what's going on? What kind of caring son are you?
Maybe I should have done...
Do you know what perjury is, Craig?
Objection!
You're under oath here.
Mr. Young!
I'm done.
And since, you know, she was an attorney, I thought she would make it so I could leave.
But when you signed this statement...
She said that if I told them exactly what happened, it would be better for me by not keeping stuff inside. And
She told you she had an abortion?
Yes. And how terrible it was for her that she kept stuff buried inside. And you lied to me. I trusted you and you lied to me.
All right, Jenny. The detectives told you, did they not, that the things you said could be used against you in a court of law?
Yes. But then she came in, and she's an attorney, and she said they wouldn't be.
Jenny, I think I'd like you to wait outside for a minute. Keep her here, please. Aren't we resourceful?
None of her civil rights were violated.
Did you have an abortion?
It certainly isn't relevant.
It is to me, did you?
No. Tricks are used in interrogations all the time.
This was a lie.
Lies, too. There's nothing unconstitutional about lying to a suspect so long as they understand their rights, which she did.
I disagree with that. She didn't understand her rights.
Oh, come on. Look, we can all try to get inside this girl's head, but that's not the way it goes. We have constitutional do's and don'ts. We didn't commit any of the don'ts. The statement is valid and admissible.
That's my decision. I'm going to think about it. We'll reconvene at 2 o'clock.
May I say something? You're all thinking about Jenny Holbrook. I wasn't called in to talk to Jenny Holbrook. I was brought down to question a murder suspect. A suspect who killed a baby, a suspect who wouldn't talk to the police. Now, the morality of how I tricked her has no relevance. This isn't a moral arena, it is a legal one. And everything I did was legal, and she has this backstory and a fragile personality and an abusive mother. It all seems just so awful now. Here's a flash. Killers don't like to talk. It's not easy getting these confessions. Tag a bunch of moral strings now on top of the constitutional ones, we will never get anybody.
He brought the Viagra.
Your husband did?
Yes.
Did he say where he had gotten it?
No.
And then you put it in the wine?
Yes. He had 50 milligrams, one pill, and, well, we were talking about the fact that it was now being reported that women got benefits from taking it too, so more for a laugh than anything else, we ground up the pill and we sprinkled it into our wine.
And then?
After dinner, we watched some television, then we went to bed. And we made love.
And the effects of the Viagra?
Well, it definitely works.
And at some point...
Jerry grabbed his chest. He was having a heart attack. I called 911, performed CPR, but by the time the paramedics got there, he was gone.
There's been testimony that you were extremely physical and that you taunted.
That's completely false. Craig Hansen was lying. His father never said those things to him. Our lovemaking was never very physical. It was certainly not violent. My husband had a heart condition, and we were always mindful of it, both of us.
You say your husband brought the Viagra?
That's right.
Did you ever get Viagra from your doctor?
No.
Ever talk to her about the virtues of Viagra for women?
Well, yes, we had discussed that.
Okay. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Counsel? The witness may step down. Mr. Donnell.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
The Commonwealth calls one rebuttal witness, Dr. Gail Parent.
Who is it?
She's my doctor.
Defense objects, Your Honor. Sidebar. This is my client's own doctor.
What's your offer of proof?
She's prepared to testify she gave the defendant Viagra samples 2 days before Jerry Hansen died.
It's privilege, doctor-patient relationship.
She waived privilege. She opened the door.
How?
During her testimony. She had the right to assert privilege. She didn't. She talked about her doctor when I asked her.
That is so bogus.
You can't selectively assert privilege, Your Honor. The woman did answer questions about things she discussed with her physician.
I'm going to allow it.
You gotta be kidding me.
She opened the door.
I
knew we were missing something. That was their ace.
You got the Viagra from your own doctor?
I was afraid of how it would look if... people would think that I secretly put it in his wine.
Did you?
No. It happened exactly as I said.
It didn't happen as you said. You got the Viagra, and now they caught you in a lie. Our whole case was your testimony, your credibility, and now it's shot.
Don't yell at me.
You lied to us, Courtney.
I didn't kill him. We were making love. I didn't kill him.
Well, that's how it looks. After your doctor testifies, you have to get back up there and explain to the jury why you lied. And I hope you're good.
I was just so afraid of how it would look. Everybody thinks that I killed my last husband. I was afraid if they knew that I was the one who procured the Viagra...
So you lied?
Yes. But we both agreed to put it into the wine.
Courtney, why should the jury believe you now?
I don't have an answer for that. Why should anybody believe that I could fall in love with an older man? But I did. I did.
Let's talk about that. You've fallen in love with 3 older men.
For whatever reason, I've found safety in older men. They're not as predatory, I suppose. I was telling Mr. Donnell that it probably goes to the safety that I found with my own father.
You felt safe with your dad? Your dad died serving time in Carteret Prison in New Jersey, didn't he? He was convicted of raping you when you were 9 years old.
He was wrongly convicted. It never happened.
Your mother and your sister walked in on it. Mrs. Hanson?
It never happened.
Your Honor, could I have time to confer with my client?
No, you may not.
You don't find safety with these older men, do you, Mrs. Hanson? You find your anger, your hatred.
He was wrongly convicted. It never happened.
So, Courtney, any other surprises?
Never happened.
Be seated.
Well, Miss Gamble, you're completely right. There is nothing illegal or unconstitutional about deceiving suspects into giving statements. It's done all the time. But still, I can't help but think that somehow we've lost our way. The whole point of our constitutional safeguards is to protect the suspects against police misconduct. Maybe you honored the letter of the law here, but the spirit of it took a beating. Defense counsel's argument that a Mirandized suspect was in effect de-Mirandized, it's a valid one. She's 15. By the time you got through with her, she believed she'd help herself by talking. It doesn't make sense that you can read somebody her rights so she'll understand, only then to deliberately confuse her and smile with a constitutional wink. It would seem that the players in our system should at least act in good faith. But as a judge, I'm bound by precedent, and trickery still survives any constitutional challenge. I suppose Ms. Gamble said it best. This is a legal arena, not a moral one. The statement is allowed. We'll conference next Tuesday at 9 o'clock to set a trial date. Adjourned.
Well, there's certainly been a few surprises here today. And watching Courtney Hanson on the stand, maybe she's got some denial issues about what happened to her as a child. Maybe it didn't really happen. Obviously, the prosecution wants you to believe that she's acting out her anger against these older men she married. It's a theory. But at the end of the day, that's all they have. Suspicion, jealousy, innuendo, theory. There is no evidence to establish that she purposely caused Jerry Hansen to have a heart attack. Suspicion, yes. But evidence? What is there?
Jerry Hansen told his son he was afraid the way she pushed him during intercourse. And yes, we can consider the way her previous husband died, because it's a pattern. Rich old men, death, she inherits.
If his father said he felt danger, why did this loving son do nothing? If she gets convicted, he inherits everything. Why is this loving son suddenly making noise as the will goes to probate?
She ground up that Viagra so he wouldn't detect it. Come on. A man with a weak heart, 2 bypasses, she has intercourse for over an hour? If that isn't reckless disregard, then what is?
A man with a weak heart, prone to pushing too hard, has a coronary. They're charging murder. That's out there to begin with. To prove it, you better have some pretty strong evidence. They don't have any. They're asking you to convict with suspicion.
Why did she lie? If she's innocent, why didn't she just take that stand and tell us the truth? But she didn't do that, did she? She lied. Afraid you might get the right idea.
Murder 2?
Chance of parole. If you get convicted of first degree, you go away forever.
Do you think I'll be convicted?
Strictly on the evidence, you shouldn't be, but I'm not so sure the jury won't look beyond the evidence. The insulin OD of your last husband, that'll hurt. You lying on the stand, that'll hurt a lot.
Bobby, I didn't do it.
26 minutes.
They have a verdict?
What does that mean?
In this case, I have no idea. They could have easily said no evidence, or they could have just quickly concluded that you're guilty. I have no idea.
Well, if we're going to take the deal.
Courtney, it's your call.
I'll take my chances.
Courtney, the jury's not looking over here. That's a bad sign. If we can still get murder too. They're not looking over, not even one of them. Still on the table. Hate to rush you.
Okay.
Your Honor? We've reached a plea. Murder in the second degree.
It's too late. The jury's returned its verdict.
It's not too late. The verdict hasn't been entered.
We are about to enter it, counsel.
It's not entered. We have a right to reach a plea. I'll file an interlocutory appeal. We'll go upstairs and we'll argue it.
You really want to do this?
We're fine with it. It'll spare us an appeal.
I don't like these last-minute stunts, Mr. Donald.
It's not a stunt. It's a legitimate plea agreement.
Mrs. Hanson. Do you agree to plead guilty to murder in the second degree?
I do, Your Honor.
So entered. Members of the jury, thank you for your service. This matter is adjourned. Sentencing 2 o'clock Friday.
Mr. Donald, I'm not big on passing notes in class, but you can keep this.
I think we did the right thing. I'll be in. We need to talk before sentencing.
Okay.
I think we did the right thing.
Previously on The Practice.
When we ask you, did your sister seem suicidal? A response of, I didn't think so, isn't gonna do it. She was murdered. If you know it. She did not commit suicide. You absolutely know it.
She said that if she turned up missing, that I should call the police, because Scott probably did something to her.
Objection!
You want me to sign this? An affidavit saying I coached a witness to lie?
He made that stuff up about his sister being afraid.
Helen, I told him what his testimony needed to accomplish. I never said lie.
I'm convinced that Kyle Barrett lied on the stand after being coached by the prosecution.
I don't think Mr. Bay crossed the line. I see no evidence that he solicited perjury. The conviction, therefore, stands.
This thing was built to bring children joy, and it's toxic.
We have consistently found that it does not pose an unreasonable risk to either children or adults.
I have a boy whose body convulses, and a daughter who keeps falling down, and a son who can't read, and you people have known for 30 years.
We find in favor of the plaintiff and order the defendant to pay damages in the amount of $72 million.
I'm granting defense's motion to remit. The knockdown number is 135 per child.
That's less than they offered.
I don't care. Your case was pure speculation, counsel.
We have a right to a new trial.
If you take a new trial, you'll be right back before me, Ms. Frutt. And if you do win, I might remit the next knockdown to $75,000.
I'm gonna get him. That judge, I'm gonna get him.
$60. That's something.
You don't have to do that.
Take it. You pay me back when you get it. Listen, Jennifer, you're a smart girl, a good girl. I can judge character. Don't be doing this.
Thank you.
Go. Wipe that stuff off your face.
I will pay you back.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, get a paper route or something. Don't be doing this.
Jimmy,
You're having a kid? You didn't tell me that.
I didn't want you to get mad.
How could you still be doing drugs?
It was just this one time. Billy left me. He left me like this.
What about rehab?
I called that number that you gave me, but they said that I couldn't interview for 2 weeks. And then I lost the number.
How far along are you?
8 months. Can't you get me out? Jimmy.
You're smoking crack with an 8-month baby.
It was just once, I swear.
No, it wasn't.
Jimmy, I'll do the rehab. I'll do anything that you want me to do. Please just get me out.
If I get you out, and I'm not saying I can, but if I do, you go into rehab immediately. Straight from the courthouse.
I promise.
Tell me about the arrest.
Okay, everyone, let's get started.
Somebody make it official that you're in charge?
Brains, beauty, and character. Don't knock it.
Okay, let's go. Jimmy.
Jennifer Cole, possession of crack cocaine.
Again?
I got a motion to kick at 9. She's 8 months pregnant.
What? And she's smoking crack?
Believe me, I tore into her already.
She better hope her baby doesn't die. She could be charged with murder. Did you tell her that?
I'm not positive I did, but I will. Thank you, Lindsay.
She should be shot.
All right. Beck, how's the research coming?
Okay.
Can you give me something a little more than okay? I'm seeing Scott Wallace later.
Sure. We can argue reversible error when Judge Wolf didn't have an evidentiary hearing on whether Richard Bay suborned perjury. Now, since we have Helen Gamble with us, I think that's our best shot.
What else?
Well, the neighbor's testimony that he heard lots of fights between Scott Wallace and his wife, prior bad conduct, inadmissible. We can argue reversible error there, too.
All right. Lucy, keep dogging the clerk's office. Eleanor, jump in with Rebecca on the brief.
I can't, actually. I'm a little jammed.
Not on my calendar, you're not.
I have an appointment with the chief judge of the district court today.
About what?
Judge Aldrich.
I didn't know.
I'm keeping you out of it.
Eleanor, we can't afford to be alienating...
It's one meeting. The appointment's made. I'm doing it. Aldrich was out of line. I'm not staying quiet. Forget it.
I was observing 4323 South Holden Green. It's a known crack house. I witnessed Jennifer Cole exiting. She was stumbling and disoriented. Her appearance consistent with being under the influence of drugs.
What did you do?
I exited my vehicle, approached the suspect, identified myself as a police officer, and then engaged her in conversation. Her behavior confirmed my suspicion that she was high.
Could you describe that behavior?
She was sweating and jittery and was slurring her speech.
What did you do then, officer?
I conducted a quick pat-down search for weapons, and I could plainly feel an object in her jacket pocket. It was immediately apparent to me that the object was a rock of crack cocaine.
How did you know?
Well, I've received extensive training in recognizing crack. I felt a small object, asymmetrical, rough edges, a rock of crack.
Then what?
And I reached inside the defendant's jacket and removed approximately 100 milligrams of what was determined to be crack cocaine, wrapped in paper.
This rock of crack, how big was it?
About a ½ inch in diameter.
So that's no bigger than what, an aspirin?
About that size.
And this tiny little thing was, as you put it, wrapped in paper?
That's correct.
In fact, it was inside a scrunched up brown paper bag, right?
Yes.
And the bag was inside a jacket, a big winter overcoat, in fact.
I don't recall exactly.
Officer, I'm showing you what's been admitted as People's 3. This the jacket Miss Cole was wearing?
Looks like it, yeah.
So, you do this one pat of Miss Cole's body, through this thick down overcoat and through a crumpled up paper bag. You feel this tiny little lump and you immediately know it's crack cocaine.
Yes.
No way it was jewelry, candy.
No.
All this from just one pat?
Yes. We received comprehensive and extensive training.
How many times have you used these comprehensive and extensive training techniques to frisk suspects for crack cocaine, officer?
Probably 10 times.
And how many arrests resulted from these comprehensively trained pat-downs, officer?
2 or 3.
So the other 8 people you frisked were innocent? Nothing further, Your Honor.
Ms. Alexander, the witness may step down. Does the Commonwealth have anything else?
No, but I would like to remind the court that in addition to pat-downs being constitutionally permissible, this woman is 8 months pregnant, and I would like to ask the court to seriously consider the consequences
The charges against Ms. Cole are dismissed without prejudice. You bring me some new evidence, you can refile. Ms. Cole, you're free to go.
I want to thank you, Your Honor, for being gracious enough to see me.
Well, there was nothing gracious about it. You somehow got my home number and woke me from a deep sleep. I had no idea what I was saying yes to.
We were basically blackmailed, Your Honor. Judge Aldrich told us to accept the knockdown number or else. And the or else being that he would order a new trial, keep the case, and steer us into defeat.
You're talking about one of my most respected colleagues.
Who committed gross abuse of discretion. What he did not respect you, Your Honor, or the court. It was blackmail, and I am not overstating it.
You can substantiate this?
Yes. My co-counsel Lindsay Dole was present, as was opposing counsel.
Ugh. If you thought the judge was out of bounds, you should have asked the court reporter to step in.
He never would have said that on the record.
But you need a record in order for me to act, Miss Frutt. At minimum, you should have appealed the reduction. Instead, you agreed to the knockdown and you took the money.
My clients took it under duress.
Well, that was a big mistake. And you made it. Maybe that's what's eating you.
What's eating me is being blackmailed by a judge. What he did was corrupt.
I don't see that on any appellate record.
What would be my options?
You could move for a new trial, request that Judge Aldrich recuse himself.
But Judge Aldrich would be the one who would rule on those motions.
Correct.
Is there another option?
You could file a motion with the Circuit Court of Appeals to have him removed for bias.
That's what I want to do.
It would be your word against his. And these judges would be federal circuit court judges. Do you understand? He doesn't just get a jury of his peers here. He gets his friends.
That's what I want to do.
I'd think long and hard about that, Miss Rudd.
Well, now it sounds like you're threatening me.
No. I'm giving you some advice.
I want to file a formal complaint.
Richard, is this it? We're never talking again?
There's nothing really to talk about, Helen.
Would you at least give me 20 seconds? Look, I know this goes against your fiber, but sometimes the people we charge with crimes are innocent.
Scott Wallace is not innocent.
My point being, I think he is. I also believe a witness lied after you coached him. Richard, we're officers of the court. It has to mean something.
I understand that, Helen. I also understood you to be my friend. And you cut my legs out. You basically accused me in open court of being dishonest.
Taking it a little too personally.
Let me tell you something, Helen. I get called a lot of things. The defense attorneys call me the midget. The judges call me Little Napoleon. I take a lot of abuse. But I get through it every day because I also have a reputation for being good at what I do. And I have a reputation for being an honest person. That reputation is dear to me. And when a colleague, a friend, stands up and obliterates that reputation, it's personal.
Hey, Richard. Helen?
Jimmy.
Hey, I thought I could drive you to the hospital.
Hospital?
Rehab. I got you all set up. You can do it outpatient.
Well, I was gonna go see my aunt today.
You can see her after, Jennifer. You promised.
Okay.
What's up?
Mr. Belluti, please step aside. Jennifer Cole, you're under arrest.
What?
Arrest?
Please put your hands behind your back.
What the hell is going on, Susan?
Distribution of a controlled substance to a minor.
Distribution?
Distribution of what?
Don't say anything. What the hell are you talking about? Distributing to who?
The baby.
My baby?
You gotta be kidding.
You're smoking crack for 2 now.
What is she talking about? What are you doing? Jimmy!
You have the right
Jimmy!
to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you are being questioned.
Just calm down and hear me out.
I won't hear you out. This is so ridiculous. There's never been a case made for distributing to a fetus, and you know it.
Just because it's never been made before. She distributed cocaine to her baby through her bloodstream.
I'll be moving for sanctions on this, and I'll get them.
How sure are you she won't use again? Like tomorrow. She has a viable baby. If she hasn't done any damage yet, she might the next time. I'm just looking to get her off the street until the child is born.
I got her in rehab.
Yeah, voluntary outpatient. Come on.
You still can't arrest her.
Technically, I can make the case.
You're
Read the
deluding
statute,
yourself,
Jimmy.
There's no way
Delivering a
you
drug
can
to
win
a
this,
child,
Susan.
it could be blood to blood.
You can't win.
I can if you don't fight me.
You're asking me to conspire with you to keep her in jail?
1 month until the baby is born. I know you care for this woman.
I do, and I'm telling you, she'll go crazy inside. She needs help, not jail.
This is the only way she's gonna get help. If she walks, it'll be straight to the local crack house.
We don't know that.
Do you know what crack does to a baby? It cuts off the blood flow, oxygen, nutrients, seizures, heart attacks, brain damage. Let's plead this out. Inpatient rehab, no jail.
You're asking me to cop to a bogus charge.
I'm asking you to consider you really have 2 clients here.
Susan.
If she gets out, she'll OD, miscarry, who knows what'll happen. She trusts you, and you can help her.
It's a complete long shot. This is a very popular judge, and the other judges aren't likely to sanction him.
What about the settlement that we agreed to?
Well, if we undo it, hopefully we can get you more. In defeat, you keep what you have.
So what happens?
Well, we have a hearing scheduled for tomorrow at 3:30. There's nothing to lose.
Okay.
You filed a formal motion against Aldridge?
What's the problem?
The problem, Eleanor, is this is not something attorneys do. Why? Because the federal court is like a club as far as judges go. They have tenure. They stick together. And the only thing that will come out of this is this firm will be retaliated against.
Oh, please, what can they do to us?
What can they do to us? You just saw firsthand what they can do. They could cut damage awards, overturn verdicts, give lousy instructions, deny bail, cut fees. What can't they do? Not to mention they could put all our cases at the bottom of the docket and we'd never even get to trial. What you're doing here could hurt all our clients. At a minimum, this should have been the subject of a partnership meeting.
Well, I've had bad experiences with partnership meetings.
Snide isn't what I was looking for.
Bobby, I have a plan, okay? I was hoping to avoid the hearing against Aldridge.
How?
I have a meeting scheduled with the lawyers for the EPA. I think with just a threat of the knockdown number being thrown out, I can ship the number up a little.
Somehow I don't believe this is about chipping up a number.
I am only trying to help the client. This is not about vengeance.
I don't understand.
You plead guilty to distribution. They'll recommend straight probation for a year.
Probation.
So long as you get residential treatment.
I hate those places, Jimmy. All those freaky junkies and weirdos. It'd be like poison for the baby.
You need help, Jennifer. You got an addiction.
I do not. I can stop whenever.
Then why haven't you? 8 months pregnant. Why the hell haven't you?
I'll go to my aunt's house. There's this little room. It's like the perfect size. I got no curtains yet because they're either going to be blue or pink, you know?
Jennifer.
Rehab's no place for a baby. A baby should be at home. Please, Jimmy, what do I do?
They got a case here, and they're real serious. I think you ought to take the plea. It's the best thing for you.
You really can't make it go away?
No.
How long?
We're hoping next week.
No, you gotta push it up, Bobby. I can't take this place. I mean, they see me as some rich guy. I mean, I'm gonna be meeting up with the end of a broomstick in here. Yeah, you gotta get me out.
Scott.
I mean, minimum security, something, work release.
Scott.
I mean, I got money. Milken got out with money. I can pay.
He was in on securities fraud. You're in for murder.
Look, get me out!
We're trying to push up the appeal as soon as possible, Scott.
Look, I'll get a new trial, right? I mean, the judge made all of those mistakes. I gotta get a new trial. Give me a brand new trial.
That's what we're hoping for.
So you gotta hurry, Bobby. See, I thought I was okay, but I'm feeling maybe I'm not. Just hurry, okay?
Do you expect us to laugh?
No, I don't expect that, Mr. Myers. We have a hearing set up for tomorrow. These are your subpoenas to appear as witnesses. If you refuse...
And you think if you call us as witnesses, we'll testify that Judge Aldrich was guilty of blackmail?
I think if called as a witness, you will give truthful testimony, yes. And we all know what happened in that room.
Miss Fred, I truly do admire your fortitude. But if you have any notion that we will compromise our client's interests...
You wouldn't be lawyers in this proceeding. You'd be witnesses.
You're insane.
Look, we're not really here trying to secure you as witnesses.
Why are you here?
If we're successful at overturning Judge Aldrich, that $72 million verdict could be reinstated. You have to be concerned about that.
We're not.
Do you really want to risk it?
The odds of that panel overturning Judge Aldrich is...
Do you want to risk it? $72 million.
Why don't you get to the punchline?
For $6 million, we'll drop the complaint against Aldrich.
Once again, I must ask, do you expect us to laugh?
You won't be laughing if the 72 comes back.
I think we'll run that risk. Anything else?
The hearing is scheduled for tomorrow at 3:30. You've received your summons.
Yes, and between now and then, we'll be sure to go over our testimony.
You really are an ass. You know that?
Tell a friend.
He's extremely erratic. He's going on and on about buying his way out of jail.
Is he talking about Fiji again?
No, but...
I just got off with the clerk from the appellate court. They can hear you next Tuesday.
Schedule it. Can you have the brief ready?
Yeah, it'll be done.
What time's the hearing?
3:30.
I'm gonna go see Aldrich now.
What? Why?
I'm gonna try the velvet glove first.
You really think this guy's gonna listen to you after you file a motion against him?
Docket number 3542, Commonwealth versus Jennifer Cole.
Susan Alexander for the Commonwealth, Your Honor.
James Berluti for the defendant, waive reading. We're entering a plea of guilty pursuant to an agreement.
Let's hear it.
1 year in the House of Corrections, suspended. 1 year probation, as long as she enters a detox center today. Upon release, she immediately goes to a halfway house, then to a sober facility for the term of her probation.
Just a second. This is the same offense as yesterday?
No, Your Honor, this has nothing to do with the search. The defendant was seen by witnesses ingesting cocaine.
The charge is distribution.
She is in her 8th month of pregnancy. She ingested cocaine distributing the drug to her unborn child.
Come again?
The distribution was to her fetus.
What's going on? We're fine, don't worry.
Mr. Berluti.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have fully explained to your client the nature of these charges?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Cole understands the charges against her.
Do you? Ms. Cole, did Mr. Berluti explain that it's extremely unorthodox for a pregnant woman to be charged with this crime?
Sorry?
What did your lawyer say about the case against you?
I don't know. He said I should take the plea.
Did he say why?
Your Honor...
I am addressing the defendant. Did he say why you should take the plea?
He said we probably wouldn't win this.
Mr. Berluti, Ms. Alexander, Chambers. I have never seen this law enforced against pregnant women.
That doesn't mean it can't be.
I'm not sure you're right about that. But even if you are, I see no basis for a defense attorney to surrender. What did you two do? Decide on a punishment? Then flip through the general laws in search of a crime?
I don't believe you have the right to change a plea agreement.
I certainly have the right to reject one.
On what grounds?
Due process, unethical behavior, lack of legal basis, collusion. Take your pick. What's our role today, Mr. Berluti? Lawyer or mother?
I advised my client. The fact that you may disagree with my advice does not make me unethical.
You took an oath to zealously represent your client's legal interests, counsel. Getting her into rehab doesn't qualify. Did you inform her that this case would likely not make?
I told her I couldn't be sure.
Mr. Berluti, you might as well answer my question, because next I will be asking her. Did your client, when agreeing to this plea, fully appreciate that she would probably not be convicted of the crime with which she was charged?
My client is a crackhead. She can't even fully appreciate that she's killing her baby.
The plea is rejected. I'm reporting both of you to the state bar. Get out.
Ever see a cocaine baby, Your Honor?
Mr. Berluti, you are an officer of the court who is one word away from contempt.
We really don't want to go after you.
I'm touched by that.
Your Honor, we have great respect for both you and your position. But our feeling is you did cross a line here.
Let me tell you something, Miss Dole. I was at that trial every day. There was no case. You people should be laughing to get 400,000.
But that's an evaluation of the merits, which is the jury's function.
The jury blew it.
Okay. But to go from 72 million to 400, I mean, if I could prevail upon you to revise the knockdown number, I could certainly prevail upon the client to pull back on their complaint.
The client isn't pushing this. Eleanor Frutt is the driving force here. Don't you think I know that? Well, here's something she should know. I have life tenure. I will be here a long, long time with a vivid memory, and you people will not intimidate me.
We're not looking to do that.
Tell Miss Frutt I'm issuing a gag order in connection with this case. If she says one word to the press, she's in contempt. And if she snorts out a single negative utterance about me to anybody, I will refer her to the federal disciplinary panel for violating the court rules for disparaging a judge. If she wants a fight, she's got one. You go tell her that, Ms. Dole.
Richard, did you have the Wallace file removed from my office?
They're working on an appeal, Helen. Certainly you don't expect me handling it.
Why didn't you just ask for the file?
I couldn't presume your cooperation. For all I know, you might make copies of our work product and hand them to the defendant.
Look, I think you know in your head what I did wasn't personal, and what you're doing now is.
You act on your principles, Helen. I'll act on mine.
My principle was justice, Richard. Yours is politics.
Politics?
I know what's going on, Richard. I still have ears. Suddenly, I'm a pariah in the department, and you're choosing to distance yourself. That's fine. But let's not forget, your career was hanging by a thread a few months ago, and I'm the one who stood with you and behind you. Now, the idea that the association with me could be detrimental, you run. You're a hypocrite and a coward. Please do take that personally.
So you lied to me.
I didn't lie, but
I stand a good chance of getting this case dismissed.
yes,
You lied to me.
Jennifer. I'm just trying to keep you safe until the baby is born. You're still using, for God's sake.
So what happens now?
We go back in before Judge Spindle this afternoon. She might bond you over for trial. She might kick the case, depending on how convincing the DA is.
I want another lawyer.
If you want me to beat it, I'll try.
I want another lawyer. Can I get a public defender?
I'm sure you could,
Then
but...
that's what I want. You're fired, Jimmy. Please leave.
Jennifer.
You're fired.
You're gonna wind up dead or killing your baby. Guard.
And he said if we opted for a new trial, he would probably remit the next award to $75,000. He was clearly threatening to punish us if we exercised our legal rights.
Ms. Frutt, judges try to steer lawyers all the time.
This was much more than steering. It was a threat.
May I respond to that?
Please do.
If I was guilty of poor judgment, it was in allowing any award. For me, 75 was too high. But when you're sitting in front of sympathetic parents who've gone through the ordeal of a long trial in the wake of a jury verdict, I didn't want them to walk away empty-handed. That's why I gave them the 135. I let Ms. Frutt know she shouldn't bank on my continued sense of charity.
You chipped a $72 million award down to $400,000 out of a sense of charity?
I allowed you to keep the 400 on a claim that was really worth nothing.
We've certainly allowed murder charges to stand against people who caused the death of unborn viable fetuses.
But those are third parties, not the mother. Moreover, for drug distribution, you have to establish a specific intent, and there's been no showing of that.
Specific intent can be inferred.
Are you suggesting she intended to poison the fetus with cocaine?
All I'm suggesting is that if you commit an act that causes a result that is not only foreseeable, but in fact unavoidable, intent can be inferred.
I'm sorry, Ms. Alexander, but I have to consider the legislative intent. And there is no evidence that the drug distribution laws were ever meant to apply to pregnant mothers under this fact pattern.
There's no evidence to disprove the legislative.
Ambiguity cuts in favor of the defendant.
All I'm asking is that you bind her over. Let's just hold her until...
I can't do that.
In the alternative, I'd like to continue this matter. Allow me to do further research.
Denied. The charges against Ms. Cole are dismissed. This time I am doing so with prejudice. The defendant is free to go. We are adjourned.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Let's go.
Go where?
Rehab. Everything's set up.
I'm not going anywhere with you, Jimmy.
Jennifer, you have a problem.
Whatever my problems are, I'm not about to come to you with them. Bye.
You people hardly have an unblemished track record, Miss Frutt. In fact, I might go so far as to say you have a penchant for deceit.
Whatever you may think of our penchants, we have always played by the rules. He didn't. It was cowboy justice.
I have to say, as I see the facts, most judges wouldn't have let this even go to trial.
Your Honor, we were in that room. We heard what he said and the tenor of how he said it. It was blackmail. He took away our Seventh Amendment right to a jury trial, and then he threatened us if we dared appeal. That's not the way it's supposed to work.
I know Judge Aldrich. I've known him for 20 years. I'd sooner take his word than that of a few criminal defense attorneys who moonlight with contingent fee cases.
I object to that.
Do you have anything else, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to call Mitchell Kravitz.
What are you doing?
I have no idea.
Mr. Kravitz, please come forward and be sworn in.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please be
What are you
seated.
gonna ask him?
I don't know. You ask him something.
Okay, Miss Frutt, you may question Mr. Kravitz.
Sir, you were in Judge Aldrich's chambers the day in question for the transaction in question in your capacity as defense counsel for the Environmental Protection Agency. True?
True.
You've been sitting here listening to my version of what happened and to the one offered by Judge Aldrich. Do you have an opinion as to which version is more accurate?
Given that I participated in this transaction as an attorney, I don't feel it's appropriate for me to also bear witness on the events.
We have had a judge bearing witness, sir. It's okay if you do so as well.
Your Honor, I represent clients. I have a duty to those clients.
This is a hearing about the conduct of the officers of the court. It does not concern the interests of clients.
Certainly, if it affects the interests of clients, I can't be compelled to testify.
I want to know what went on in that room, sir. You heard Judge Aldrich a short time ago. We have all been listening ad nauseum to Miss Frutt. Whose testimony today more accurately reflects what went on in that room?
The court has asked you a question, Mr. Kravitz.
I believe the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
On whose side of the middle does the truth lie?
Miss Frutt.
Oh my God.
You believe Judge Aldrich was guilty of judicial misconduct? I asked you a question, counsel. Do you believe Judge Aldrich was guilty of judicial misconduct?
I think he conducted a fair trial. But what happened in his chambers after the verdict, while it wasn't blatant blackmail, it was definitely coercion.
May I respond to that?
Go ahead.
I strongly disagree with Mr. Kravitz's characterization. Let's remember, he was in the throes of being smacked with a $72 million judgment. His career was probably flashing before his eyes.
I resent that.
I have the floor now, counsel. His powers of observation may have been on tilt.
But surely not biased. Not against a judge ruling in his favor.
Let me say also, a judge every single day exercises some coercion. Our dockets are jammed beyond repair with claims that have no real merit. This was one such claim. We push, steer, bend, influence, and yes, coerce. We do it every day. If we didn't, God help the mess, not to mention the injustice. The line is a gray one. I submit to you I did not cross it here. The facts underlying this case did not justify a $72 million verdict. I was there at the trial. I heard the evidence. This panel did not. There was no abuse of my discretion. The knockdown number was fair.
The knockdown number is knocked out. The award of $72 million is reinstated. Defense is free to bring a new motion to remit once the case has been reassigned. We are adjourned.
I'm afraid to celebrate.
Very wise. The 72 will still get chopped down. We're gonna do some research and come up with a number to try and settle.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Josh.
Jimmy. I shouldn't be talking to you. Doctor, patient.
Yeah.
Partial placental abruption. Placental lining started to come loose from the uterine wall.
Coke.
She started bleeding, had enough sense to call EMS, went into shock.
The baby?
We delivered. Little girl. 3.5 pounds.
She all right?
It's too early to tell. She lost oxygen because of the abruption. We're gonna do a cranial ultrasound, check for a stroke. And there was cocaine in her body. Some agitation, maybe withdrawal. We had to notify social services.
Sorry, Jimmy.
You just rest.
They won't let me see her.
Later.
Is she okay?
We don't know yet. The doctors are hoping.
They're gonna take her away from me, won't they?
It's too soon to know anything, Jennifer. Just try to get some rest.
Don't let them take her away. Okay.
Okay.
previously on the practice.
To the
We
nature
stipulated to strangulation as the cause of death.
I'm not offering
Can I
it.
finish?
You don't need to finish. We already know what you're gonna say. You got a sick, depraved, murdering client, like always. And like always, the more truth you can keep under wraps, the better.
Napoleon complex, Your Honor. Res ipsa pipsqueak.
All right. You are a killer, you know that? An icy killer.
Thank you, Richard. It's a compliment, I take it.
Of course it was. Your style's the same as mine. I'm in love with you. I'm sorry, I should say infatuated. I mean, you're smart, you're sexy, you got that little Catholic girl thing, and I totally go for it, the whole package.
Richard, we're in the middle of a trial here.
I speak my mind.
Yes, well, I'm speaking mine. Let's stick to business.
Police, freeze! Roberta! Judge Kittleson?
Get out, all of you!
I didn't know you and I were speaking romantically, much less...
I find it difficult to tell a man I miss him. For whatever reason, it's just easier to show up in his apartment naked.
How long do you think?
3, 4 days tops. There aren't many witnesses.
Louise gonna testify?
Well, she has to. It's her word against her husband's if I don't put her up.
What, people don't greet people here when they come through the door?
What do you want? How's that?
Eleanor. Our complaining witness isn't doing well. He's at Mass General Status 1 awaiting a donor heart. Evidently, the doctors don't expect his to hold out much longer. What I'd like is to take his videotape depot there. We can introduce it at trial. I'm assuming you'll agree.
You got that wrong.
I beg your pardon?
If you can't get your witness to trial, Richard, that's not our problem.
The man is on his deathbed.
For which I sympathize, but the man is also the chief prosecutorial witness, and you can't expect us to make it easier for him to put our client away.
I'm expecting you to have the decency to accommodate
We're
him.
not that decent.
I'll go to court, get an order from the judge.
Do that. But I'm not about to facilitate an attempted murder conviction.
I'm only talking about a humane way of getting the testimony. This does nothing to my burden.
We won't agree. Get an order if you want, but like Eleanor says, we aren't about to make things easy.
How stupid of me to expect you people to be decent or humane. You think you're heroes, playing a part in the criminal justice system, the crusaders against oppression. Well, you might have started out that way, but look at you now. The day-to-day stench of your clients has rubbed off. You're every bit as vile and contaminated as the murderers and rapists you defend. You bring no dignity to law. You proffer disgrace where you might once have been noble. You've sunk into a sinkhole of disrepute where your only idealism is get the guy off, even when it offends human nature, where it insults morality. You're so lost in the inferno of crime and dishonor, you become sickening animals, repugnant to everything that's good about this country, everything this nation celebrates in the spirit of humanity. You are sick, awful vehicles of hate. If there is a God, he will get you, you sleazy, cancerous-infected, malignant, grotesque snakes!
An early death if you don't calm down.
They get to me.
They're defense attorneys. They have a duty.
The man is on his deathbed, Helen. They can't agree to take his testimony in a hospital. They're disgusting, despicable, dirty roaches.
Richard.
And they get to me.
Look, just go to court and get the order. Who's the judge?
Kittleson. I hate her, too.
And why is that?
Because Raymond Oz called me a midget at sidebar. She could have held him in contempt.
He was the defendant. She couldn't.
Then she half called me a midget, too.
Kittleson.
It was a slip. She said midge, then caught herself. I hate her, too.
Richard, you're about ready to start an attempted murder trial. If you go in there hating the defense attorneys, hating the judge, you're going to end up being defeated by your own anger. Now, go to court, get the order to do the video depot, and take it from there.
I really appreciate you taking the time, Jimmy.
No problem. You look great, by the way. Did I say that already?
Twice.
And, your husband? How's he?
Gone. We divorced 3 years ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
You said you were sorry to hear we were getting married. Now you're sorry he's gone?
I was just talking as an old boyfriend back then. I mean, if you're not sorry he's gone, then neither am I.
Okay.
So, what's up?
Well, this is a little embarrassing, but,
You can tell me.
okay. I sold my eggs to this man for $9,000.
What do you mean you sold your eggs?
My eggs for reproduction.
I have a website and I sell my eggs. I have back orders. You wouldn't believe how many men are looking to have children, not wanting to wait for wives.
Wait a second. You sell your eggs and they, like, fertilize them?
Yes. Men donate to sperm banks all the time. It's the same thing.
But you do it for money.
Yes, and this one customer, I trusted him. I usually demand payment in advance, but this one customer I didn't, and he hasn't paid. So I sued. But now, as we're about to go into court, there's some motion to dismiss, and my lawyer dropped me. He said for $9,000 it wasn't worth it. The hearing's at 11. I'm really in a bind.
You sold your eggs.
If he's not ready for trial, I'll agree to a continuance.
Oh, how generous. In which case, my witness will be dead and I'll have no case. Hey, why don't we continue for 10 years? Would that be safe?
Mr. Bay, getting snide doesn't really serve anything.
She wants continuance as installed, Judge.
Quiet. What exactly is the problem with the videotape deposition?
It will prejudice our case.
How so?
Your Honor, if I have to cross-examine a man in a hospital bed, I will come off so unsympathetic. I will alienate the jury. It will be irreparable. I'll look like a monster.
You are a monster.
Hey, look.
Mr. Bay! So what's the alternative? If we haul him in here, he could die.
All I can say is that my client is entitled to a fair trial, and she will be denied that if the chief prosecutorial witness has to give testimony from a hospital bed, leaving me hamstrung.
I'm going to grant the prosecution's request.
Your Honor,
Save it, counsel. Your client tried to run the man over. That is partly the reason he's in that hospital bed.
Untrue. Pre-existing heart condition.
Brought on by stress, which your client didn't help by charging him with a sport utility vehicle. Now, since the jury is already impaneled, let's do this at noon. I will referee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It doesn't really delay the trial. It just means that part of it will happen in the hospital.
This can't wait till he's better?
Well, the likelihood is he's not going to get better. Not unless a donor heart comes in, and even then, because of some other complications, he may not be deemed a suitable candidate.
Gee, if I'd known he was that sick, I never would have had to run him over. It's a joke.
Yeah. Well, we should get to the hospital. Assuming we finish, the trial will begin this afternoon.
Okay.
A contract's a contract.
First of all, there is an implied covenant that the egg, once fertilized, will become an embryo.
There is no such implied
Second,
covenant.
this contract is against public policy. For a woman to be selling her eggs, it is so unethical.
Well, your client bought them.
I am not defending that.
But he took them, entered into a contract to pay for them, and now he's not paying. How ethical is that?
Your Honor, this is an unenforceable contract.
Then make restitution.
My client would give back the eggs if he could. He realizes now how immoral this type of transaction is. To pay money in consideration would only serve to ratify the immorality.
Who are you kidding? Your Honor, they made a deal.
I understand that, Mr. Berluti, but the court is not in the habit of enforcing contracts that go against public policy.
Again, restitution.
You're not looking for restitution, counsel. You're looking for consideration, and that begs the question of enforceability. And frankly, I have problems upholding this kind of deal.
Your Honor.
I'll hear oral arguments at 2 o'clock. Although, since we're just talking about $9,000, my suggestion is you people work this out.
We'll give you $1,500.
We'll take 6.
No way.
6.
I didn't even get an embryo out of it.
That wasn't in the contract, Mr. Emerson.
I'll offer $1,500 and no more. Anything else, I just as soon come back to court.
Then we go back to court.
Susan.
No, Jimmy, it's principle. I'm glad there were no pregnancies. I'd hate to think of my offspring being raised by you.
Come on, Howard. Come on.
Can you represent me one more day, Jimmy?
Susan. How come you're doing this? Selling your eggs?
It's hard making ends meet, Jimmy. My life hasn't exactly worked out like I planned. Could you please stop judging me?
I'm not judging.
You are, like you used to do.
I never.
You did. I don't need it now. Can you help me or not?
We've been fighting a lot. I told her I wanted a divorce.
What were you fighting about?
Oh, you name it. We basically reached the point. We didn't like each other. The marriage was over. There was nothing left but hate.
I'd like to turn to August 10th of this year. Do you remember that day?
Yes. That was the day she tried to kill me.
Objection?
Sustained.
What happened on that day, Mr. Morgan?
Well, we just got back from grocery shopping, which, by the way, I was a little suspicious. She never asked me to go shopping with her before, but on this day, she needs me. And when we got home, the garage door opener, it wasn't working. So she said I should have to get out of the car and open the door.
You offered to do it. Mrs. Morgan, you don't speak here.
Continue, sir.
So I got out of the car, stepped in front of it to open the garage door. I opened the garage door, and at this point, she just gunned the accelerator and ran me over. It's a miracle I lived.
God didn't want you. That's the only reason.
Louise?
Mrs. Morgan.
1 second, Your Honor. This will be played for the jury. They will see and hear everything you say, so be quiet.
Did you see the vehicle come at you?
Yes, and I saw her face.
Can you describe her face?
She had a look of determination. It was willful. I could see this was no stuck accelerator. She knew what she was doing.
How can you be sure?
I've known her for 35 years. I can read her face. She meant to run me over.
Your wife contends it was an accident.
It was no accident. She tried to kill me. I know it as well as she does.
How sick is this man?
Very. His heart is weak. His left ventricle
I'll kill him.
All right.
Your Honor, every defendant is entitled to confront his or her accuser.
Gee, I never knew that. You're such a gift.
My point is, if I cross-examine him tough, which I'll have to do after that testimony, I'll kill him.
You're not that good, Eleanor.
Would you get back? If I mistake you for a gnat, I might swat.
All right.
Okay, I want that on record.
Your Honor, you have to admit our hands are a little tied.
The doctor thinks he's strong enough to answer your questions.
I am not going to lob softballs. This is a murder trial.
You can cross-examine without being overly aggressive.
I shouldn't have to. My client has rights.
Oh, stop with the lectures.
I have a duty to go hard. Even if it induces a coronary, I have to protect the interests of my client.
Sick, grotesque.
Look, I am not trying to compromise this man's health, but I won't compromise Louise Morgan's either. That testimony was damaging.
So what are you gonna do?
Get away!
Don't you ever push me! Back off! I'm not gonna let you intimidate me with everybody else.
Off now! Hey! Can this man withstand more questioning?
Perhaps, but I don't want him agitated.
You mean like him?
Oh, funny.
Eugene?
And he needs to rest first.
Okay, we will resume back here at 3 o'clock.
What am I going to do?
You gotta cross him, Eleanor. His health can't be an issue. Like you say, we gotta protect Louise.
Great.
Look, maybe I should take over.
I'm fine.
Look, Richard, if you pushed Eugene, that tells me you have some judgment problems. He'd squish you like a bug.
I can handle myself.
Why are you personalizing this so much? Is it because Bobby called you a pipsqueak?
They laughed at us when Raymond Oz went free.
No, they didn't.
They did, Helen. That old fart was a murderer, and they helped him get off. Now they've got another one, and they know it. The woman mowed down her husband. Who's kidding who?
They're defense attorneys. Most of their clients will be guilty.
There's a difference between giving every defendant a zealous defense and distorting the system. That's not what the framers had in mind.
If you start quoting the Founding Fathers again, I'm going to leave.
You know what I mean. Eleanor, she'll cross-examine that guy into having a heart attack if a coronary will keep his testimony out. She won't blink half an eye. She'll just do it.
They're not evil people.
Yes, they are.
Richard, for 3 years, I've been telling you what would happen if you personalize your trials. What did I say?
I'd lose my hair.
You're a great DA, but you gotta keep an even keel.
Helen, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Will you have dinner with me tonight?
Oh, God, no.
Nice. Just forget I ever lived. Get out.
I didn't mean... I just meant I don't ever want to eat with any fellow DAs.
Never mind.
No, sure, let's have dinner. Let's do it.
Don't patronize me, Helen. I don't like...
Richard, I am saying yes. You've got a window here.
Federal and state law prohibit the sale of any organs.
Well, we're not talking about organs. An egg is not...
The same principle applies.
The law doesn't say that.
But maybe it should. Just as we prohibit the sale of livers and organs.
We could do that, Judge, but then you'd have to cut off the sale of sperm. That's going on.
I would agree. We should shut that down. You know, it's one thing to donate an egg or semen out of charity or altruism, but it's quite another to do so for profit.
He's in here arguing what the law should be. That's not a court's job. The judge is supposed to rule on what the law is. He wants it changed, let him go to Congress. But what the law says today, it's okay for a woman to sell her eggs. And this distinction between altruism and profit, forgive my language, that's just crap. Profit saves lives. The drug companies aren't out there developing vaccines because of altruism. It's about patents and profit.
This isn't about drug vaccines.
It shouldn't be about hypocrisy either. Everything that happens in business and much of the stuff that goes on in medicine, it's got to do with money. So don't be coming down on my client because she's looking for financial gain. She's acting inside the boundaries of the law. She made a contract with that man inside the boundaries. He breached it. And she's come to a court of law for the remedy she's entitled to.
How long before he rules?
It shouldn't take too long. I'm on beeper, so as soon as I hear.
Hey, thank you, Jimmy. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
You don't approve, do you?
No. I hope it didn't show in there, but I don't think women should be selling off their reproductive eggs. I think it goes against God.
Still religious, huh?
Not too, but on some things.
You seen anyone?
Well, sort of, yeah.
Figures. Most of the good ones are.
Susan, you and I, we already crossed that bridge. You threw me over.
Well, I was what? 23? Priorities change. You gonna get married?
It ain't that serious.
Don't wait too long, Jimmy.
Yeah. Listen, I'll call as soon as I hear.
Okay. Thanks.
You said you were suspicious when your wife asked you to go shopping. Had you never shopped with her before?
Oh, a few times, but certainly not enough.
So you had then. When you said never, that was a mistake.
More like an overstatement. It was just not a usual thing for me to shop with her.
And when you got home, you got out of the car to open up the garage door.
Yes.
And then you moved in front of the car?
Yes.
And how many feet in front of the car were you standing?
3 feet, maybe.
3 feet. And when you opened up the garage door, the car suddenly came at you?
Yes.
Fast or slow?
It just sprang at me. It lurched forward and ran me over.
How many seconds did it take to run you over?
A second, maybe less. It just exploded toward me. She floored it.
She floored it. Could you see the floorboard of the car?
Of course not, but the way that car sprang forward, she had to have just gunned it.
Knocked you down in less than a second.
Yes.
Half a second?
Maybe.
And in that half second, you saw the car come at you?
Yes.
And in the remainder of that half second, when you weren't looking at the car, you saw your wife's face?
I saw it good.
For less than a half a second.
I didn't time it, but I saw it good.
You said you wanted to divorce her, right?
Yes.
Didn't have any feelings for her anymore besides hate. Wasn't that your testimony?
Pretty much.
And since you've developed this heart condition, you've been gifting away as much of your estate as possible. You've even told friends that, right, Mr. Morgan?
Keep it away from Uncle Sam.
And your wife, didn't you tell some friends you don't want her to get it?
So?
In fact, the one thing you hated about the prospect of divorce was that she'd get half, right?
Which she didn't deserve.
But if you could get her convicted of attempted murder, that would surely disqualify her, wouldn't it?
This isn't something I hatched up.
It's exactly that.
Objection!
Sustained.
When the police and the paramedics first arrived, you said nothing about her trying to kill you, did you, Mr. Morgan?
I first didn't believe it.
Didn't tell the police anything about her face then, did you?
I was half dead.
And then it came to you like $1 million brainstorm?
Objection.
Sustained.
This is a way of getting even, isn't it, Mr. Morgan? Get her convicted of attempted murder.
Argumentative.
Counsel.
Disqualifying her from everything.
Yes, I ran myself over.
This was an accident and ruled an accident until you came up with the idea about the expression on her face, which you thought of later based on a glimpse of less than half a second.
She's badgering the witness.
No, I'm cross-examining. How is it that you didn't know she tried to kill you right after the accident, but that you came to know it later, sir? What happened since the accident?
I figured it out.
Well, what happened since the accident that allowed you to figure it
I
out?
put 2 and 2 together.
Ah, so it wasn't the expression on her face.
Yes, it was.
Did hate color your figuring, sir? Did money color it?
He's coding.
Oh, great.
Let's get out of their way.
Escort to the staff.
Mr. Morgan, this could be your last chance.
Get away.
Did she try to kill you? If yes, squeeze the doctor's hands.
Will someone get this man out of here?
Mr. Morgan.
Get this man away from here. Atropine.
That was despicable even for you.
What the hell was that? The squeeze of the hand, last chance bit? What the hell was that?
Shut up, both of you.
He's in assistantly. Continue CPR and giving an ample bicarb. How long since the last epi?
Is he okay?
Not really. He's dead.
Dead?
His heart gave out. I'd offer condolences if I thought any of you cared.
You killed him.
Dead?
That's what she said.
What happened? Eleanor cross-examined a man to death.
All right.
So what's gonna happen with the trial?
They don't know. They're conferencing in Kittleson's chambers. If his testimony is out, the trial is over. He was the whole case.
I'm mindful every ethicist, as well as the leaders of all our infertility groups, vent disgust at the prospect of peddling eggs for cash. But Mr. Belluti is right. The law prohibits selling human organs, but there's nothing illegal yet about trafficking sperm and eggs. I find the contract to be binding and order the defendant to pay costs plus interest. Adjourned.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Congratulations, I guess.
Look, I know it's not much money, but the principle.
Susan, if you're talking about this case, I tell people it was about money. Saying it's about principle. You're selling your eggs.
Can I talk to you in private somewhere? Know why we broke up, Jimmy?
It's coming back to me.
It's because you were always putting me down. You were always finding fault.
Come on, I didn't
You
put
were
you
always
down,
telling
Susan.
me
That
what
had
I was
nothing to
doing
do
wrong
with...
and never letting me talk. You don't like the idea of a woman selling her eggs. You don't like the idea of a woman having an abortion. You got a lot of likes or dislikes that you're entitled to, but none of them render you more principled. You want to know what principle is, Jimmy?
Yeah. Why don't you tell me?
It's recognizing responsibility. Principle is duty to your children, making sure that they are fed and educated with a decent home, and you don't have the
Tell your
slightest
kids how you
idea
pay the
what
rent.
that
You're like a
is.
prostitute, Susan.
What did you just say to me? When you go to work every day and you come into this room with your clients, do you call them murderers to their faces? Thieves, child molesters? I doubt it. You quite likely show them more respect than that. Me, you call a prostitute. You tell me, Jimmy. Why was it you were always so much harder on me than the rest of the world?
I'd really like to know what it was that
Please,
made
if you even
me
have to
the
ask,
brunt
that
of your
says something.
anger.
I loved you. That's why.
Do you still?
I don't know.
This other woman?
I don't know.
Thank you again for your services. You obviously turned out to be quite a good lawyer. I'm sorry I disappoint you.
You saw it yourself. She all but murdered him.
What?
You're lucky I like you, Eleanor.
I'm
'cause
lucky
any
you
other
like me?
district attorney-
Settle down. I'm sick of these scream fests.
One could make the argument she deliberately tried to induce a fatal heart attack to eliminate a chief prosecutorial witness.
One could, but he'd be a tiny little fool.
Hey!
All right. Now, I am warning both of you.
Your Honor, obviously Mr. Morgan's testimony has to be excluded.
Why?
Our client has to have full opportunity for cross-examination. We were cut short.
Bogus.
I'm sorry.
If ever a witness were fully cross-examined, she killed him.
Mr. Bay.
I knew they would try this. I knew it.
Oh, what? Do you have crystal balls? If only you had real... Ouch! Oh, right! He kicked me. Did you see that? He just kicked me. That just cost you $500. The next insult goes for 1,000.
Your Honor,
Yes.
even if you find we were afforded full opportunity for cross-examination, what happened? The man had a heart attack. The danger of Miss Frutt coming off unsympathetic, it's too prejudicial.
I didn't say anything. I didn't kick anybody.
With all due respect, he has clearly lost his mind. With all due respect, that just cost you $1,000.
May I speak?
You may speak. Do not kick, do not stomp, do not even move your legs.
Even if you were inclined to exclude Mr. Morgan's testimony on the grounds their cross was cut short, a decision which would border on judicial misconduct, we could nevertheless still introduce Mr. Morgan's statement that his wife Louise tried to kill him.
Why?
How?
As Mr. Morgan was suffering his fatal coronary, I asked him that question. He answered yes, an answer which would qualify as a dying declaration which need not be subject to cross-examination in order to be admissible.
Is that why you did that? Asked him to squeeze the doctor's hand, and you're calling me despicable? Counsel.
These attacks are
The witness was
outrageous.
stroking out, and he asked a question to qualify a dying declaration, and it's the defense attorneys that are called scum?
Your Honor, scum should cost her $2,000.
Well, let me know when it costs 20, you vile, disgusting, repulsive little cockroach.
You are a desperate person,
grab
Eleanor.
a dying
Hey, I bet
man to
George
go for the
Vogelman
big
has a
win, and
brother.
then
Give
you
him a call.
capture
Go
me
to
without
Cabo,
considerable
huh?
law, you vicious little peanut! Hey!
Why do you hate me so?
Why do I hate you? Richard, you're the one who starts it.
I'm just standing up for myself. You guys are the ones who are...
All right. I don't even know why I'm here.
You're here to keep them from killing each other. I am editing the videotape deposition personally. I will admit those parts where I feel you have had ample cross. We go to court tomorrow, and we will try the rest of it. Any of this nonsense goes on in my courtroom, I will be sending you to the bar with my recommendation for a 60-day suspension. Let them out.
Good. I have a date.
Did you love her?
I used to.
And some of those feelings came back?
I don't know. It's like I realize I looked at her like maybe she could have been the mother of my children. So I held her up to higher standards. And it made me think, when I see Roberta, I don't look at her that way. As the mother of my kids, or...
She's got no eggs left to sell.
That ain't funny.
But there is some truth to it, Jimmy. You want a family one day. Maybe you don't see that with Roberta, but you can see it with Susan.
Susan's not in the picture.
I'm not? Am I really out of the picture?
You think you want to?
He mumbles when he's smitten.
Lucy.
How about I take you to dinner?
Well, before I do anything like that, I got some ends I gotta clean up with somebody else.
So I'm assuming they'll put their client up and then we'll pretty much close. I mean, it's a short trial.
Great. Then we can get some counseling?
Helen, she did knowingly cross-examine a man with a weak heart.
I don't want to hear about it anymore. You used up your whole date talking about a case, Richard.
Does that mean I'm not getting another one?
Well, I can't say I had the greatest time, considering all through dinner you slammed my roommate.
Oh, you should have heard the way that she went after this.
You kicked her twice. You even took a run at Eugene. What do you have, some sort of a death wish?
Maybe.
What? Tell me.
Part of me, I think I do want to get into a fight. A fist fight.
You ever bothered to ask yourself why?
I was captain of the debate team growing up, president of the chess club, 3-time state spelling bee champion. But out on the playground, I just got picked on. I would love to get into a fight.
Well, I think you should see somebody about that. But in the meantime, if you are going to take runs, taking one at Eugene isn't smart, or even Eleanor, for that matter.
Yeah. Well, I better go work on my closing argument. Can we go out one more time? I promise not to slam roommates. Another chance?
Sure.
Night.
Night.
I go for you. The whole package.
Why wouldn't the garage clicker work?
I don't know. Maybe the batteries were too low. It often didn't work.
So your husband opened the garage door?
And I went to inch forward, and the car lurched. I went for the brakes, and I hit the accelerator by mistake, and I ran right over Ronald.
It was an accident.
Of course it was an accident.
Well, Mrs. Morgan, it has become known to many people that you and your husband had become very estranged.
Many husbands and wives become estranged. That doesn't mean that they try to kill each other.
The ones who do, we usually see them charged with attempted murder.
Objection. Sustained.
Mrs. Morgan, you said you hit the accelerator to inch forward when the car just suddenly lurched.
Yes.
Your husband was, what, 2-3 feet in front of you?
Yes.
Why was your foot hitting the accelerator at all with a man standing 2 to 3 feet in front of the car?
Because I was inching.
Inching into a lurch.
Objection. Sustained.
You ever have the car checked out?
Yes.
Did they find any cause why it would lurch?
No.
Did you sue the automaker?
Did I sue the automaker?
Yes, a car lurches causing you to run over your husband. I think you'd find that annoying.
Objection.
Withdrawn. Do you still drive this car?
Yes.
After what happened? Aren't you afraid it'll happen again?
The main error was human error when I hit the accelerator hard going for the brake.
She hit the accelerator hard, going for the brake, with a man she hated standing 2 feet in front of the car. He dies, she inherits everything. They divorce, she gets half.
None of us were there. Who are we to say it couldn't have been an accident? None of us has ever had a car lurch. None of us has ever inadvertently hit the accelerator while going for the brake.
None of us has ever driven a car over somebody we hated and inherited $2 million. You listen to the testimony of the victim. He saw her face. He read that face, a face that he had been reading for over 30 years. She was gunning for him. She was trying to kill him.
A face he saw for a fraction of a second. That's their case, ladies and gentlemen. A look for a fraction of a second while a car is coming at you. How reliable is that? Are you going to tell me reasonable doubt can be overcome by a fraction of a second?
Hey, what's this I hear about you brokering eggs on the internet?
Funny. How's it going?
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I just stopped by.
Oh, I can always tell when something's the matter with you, Jimmy. Your forehead beats up.
Well, this is kind of hard for me to say.
Well, why don't you just say it?
Okay. I like a lot of things about our relationship, but there's some stuff I find wanting.
You find wanting? What do you find wanting, Jimmy?
Well, I want to have a family one day. Soon. And I think I'm just kidding myself thinking that you and I could go that way.
Mm. You came in here to end our relationship?
Well, yes. I'm 37. I gotta take stock of what I am, where I'm going, take control of my life's direction.
You think you know yourself? You don't know yourself. I know you, Jimmy. And trust me when I tell you, you'll be coming back. Might take 2 months, maybe 3. But you'll be back. You want to know why?
No. Yeah.
Because of your mother and father. You were raised as a strict Catholic. You grew up sexually repressed. And what you're going to be looking for in a woman more than anything else is a woman who liberates you sexually, who makes you feel sexual. Do you really think that you can be with just anybody what you are with me? Best sex you have ever had, will ever have. You'll get it right here, nowhere even close. And whether you want to admit that to yourself or not, it's important to you.
Jury's back.
Will the defendant please rise? Has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
Commonwealth versus Louise Morgan on the charge of attempted murder. We find the defendant, Louise Morgan, not guilty.
The jury is dismissed with the thanks of the court. We're adjourned.
Oh, thank you. You know, I'm still having trouble with my garage door. Maybe you can be there to open it when I get home.
All right, Louise.
stacked against us sometimes. Little old ladies. Forget it.
I want to run every member of that jury through the computer. If there's an outstanding ticket, I'm going to impound their cars.
Come on, I'll take you to lunch.
I mean it, Helen.
Let's go.
You know, this morning I was sorry I kicked Eleanor. Now I'm not. I'm glad I kicked her.
Okay.
I mean it. Next time she tries anything like that again, I'll tell you what.
Susan.
Hey, am I early?
No.
Okay. I made a reservation at Tiger Lily's. Have you ever been?
No. Susan, my unfinished business, it's still unfinished.
Okay. Does that preclude lunch?
Well, the thing is, I don't think I want to finish it. I'm still involved.
Well.
You know how terrific I think you are.
Jimmy, don't insult me by putting a ribbon. I get it. Better I get it now than after I went down a path.
This is what I'm thinking.
Well, again, as my lawyer.
Yeah.
Bye, Jimmy.
Bye. I'm heading down. I'll see you out.
Okay.